Hi, Bruce Merrifield here. It's the morning of April 16th, 2013. Glorious spring day here in Boston. A little crisp as spring days in Boston are. I'm here with my crack assistant, videographer Nick Scotti, and we're all pumped up about this playlist, but we're sad. Yesterday, there was a tragic bombing of the Boston Marathon. As a diehard fan, it's particularly tough for me. So we would like to dedicate this shoot to all the victims of this crime against humanity. Um, and we also think that it's what else can we do but collectively say, well, let's pick it up and solve what we can and move forward and hopefully just continue to dedicate ourselves to making the world a better place in the way we can do it with whatever tools we have. And so hopefully some of the information that are in the clips that follow will help you to achieve new levels of enlightenment in your own businesses. Enough of that. Moving on with playlist number 9. This is about case studies and turning lose-lose situations to win-win right here. I'm going to have sort of a front overview section if you're interested in just jumping right into the playlists, right into the case studies. 12 and 13, I think, is a very important sort of keystone case. And then slides 21 on get into a lot of different types of case studies. There's a whole taxonomy of them there, which you'll find. I'm assuming that as you dive into these case studies, that you do have some preparatory sort of learning and understanding into all that goes into line item profit analytics, tactics and strategies. And I will refer to ideas but not go into depth on them that I covered in previous playlists. So playlist number 1, I cover a lot of the building blocks of supply chain math. And I just, if I say reference to the 11 elements of total procurement cost, you can go back and watch 4 or 5 playlists just on that idea, for example. You're not going to really be open-minded and receptive to and excited about what I talk about in this playlist unless you have updated your mental models. If you are still in the grip of we have lots of suppliers, they have lots of promotions, we want to get rebate dollars, we want to sell more volume, we need product promotions to do that. It's all about pushing product to market and ginning up the top line. If we gin up the top line, we get more margin dollar. Hopefully some of that will trickle to the bottom line and our profits will go up with good old-fashioned economies of scale. No specific math or analysis provided. Rather, we're now going to say, you know what, we're guilty of selling too many customers of too many types and sizes and with one general standard service model. So we don't have basic service brilliance for any given niche because we're homogenized performers. So how do we identify niches, the service value equation in the niche? How do we retune the fill rates for the items that niche buys, etc.? That's all in playlist number 2. You will not be able to go out and confront dysfunctional, big losing buyers in a creative, solution-oriented way unless you have statistical data as far as the actual SKUs they're buying that cause you to lose money and cause them to lose money. But to have that level of detail, you have to have line item profit analytics. So you've been through section 3 for that. Ideally, we want to go out to customers and say, look, let's convert lose-lose to win-win. Or if it's win-win, let's tune it even better, and then give us the rest of the business. Let's become partners, but you can't do that unless you are speaking from credible service value strength, and you're not going to have service value strength unless you've done all the things that you're going to find in the Nicheonomics playlist section, number 4. Now, to go out and say to all your employees, we've done some work. We figured out our number 1 niche. These 5 most profitable customers sort of personify or characterize the niche. We have talked to them and we've retuned our service value equation. It comes down to 6, 7, 8 metrics we're going to put on the wall, and they're all kind of mediocre right now, but we want them to be excellent so we can go out and sell the economic value that those metrics deliver to the customer. and then we're going to do extra things for special customers, etc. It's all great stuff, but all these people are creatures of habit and they're locked into the existing systems you have and so forth, and they're just going to keep doing what they're doing. How do you change the culture and go through the conceive, believe, achieve process with all these employees? Well, that's what playlists 5 through 8 are all about. So hopefully you're ready to go, and we'll move on. So that's the end of the intro. Thank you.